Is it possible for a pop song to go beyond mere numbers and transform into an undeniable symbol of global power, or instead reveal deeper questions long hidden behind the glitter of the music industry? When 7 by Jungkook surpassed 2.9 billion streams on Spotify, the world didn't just witness a nearly impossible record, it also began to ask, why? Amid that wave of euphoria, did the name Bang Si-hyuk suddenly get pulled into an increasingly heated conversation? The figure of 2.9 billion is not just a statistic. It represents millions of hours spent, billions of clicks made, and the collective energy of fans around the world who tirelessly replay the same song. 7. Released in July 2023 with a collaborative touch from Lado, had already shown extraordinary potential from the very beginning. Yet even by the high standards associated with Jungkook, this achievement exceeded even the most optimistic expectations. A report from the Indonesian fanbase, at Jungkooknesia, published in April 2026, sparked a new wave of global enthusiasm. In their post, they confirmed that 7 had officially surpassed 2.9 billion streams, making it the first song by a Korean artist to reach that milestone on Spotify. This fact spread at an uncontrollable speed, creating a domino effect across digital platforms. Emotional comments, pride, and a collective push to drive the song toward 3 billion streams flooded online discussion spaces. However, beneath the seemingly unified euphoria, another, far more complex narrative began to emerge. Why did the name Bang Si-hyuk, the figure behind BTS's massive success as the founder of HYB, resurface in discussions that should have focused on Jungkook's individual achievement? Is this merely a reflection of his historical role in building the artist's career foundation, or are there deeper dynamics not yet fully understood by the public? This phenomenon highlights how, in the modern music industry, the line between individual achievement and the systems supporting it has become increasingly blurred. Jungkook stands as a global pop star with a strong identity, yet he is also a product of a meticulously designed ecosystem. Bang Si-hyuk, as the main architect of that system, inevitably remains part of the narrative, even when the spotlight is meant to focus solely on the artist. On the other hand, fans view this milestone as absolute validation of Jungkook's dedication and hard work. They emphasize that the success of 7 is not merely the result of strategy, but a combination of musical quality, the artist's charisma, and the emotional connection built over years. From this perspective, every stream is a tangible form of support that cannot be reduced to mere numbers or business tactics. Yet not everyone sees it the same way. Some industry observers have begun to question the extent to which marketing strategies and global networks contributed to these numbers. Is it possible for an achievement of this scale to be entirely organic? Or is it the result of synergy between fandom power and highly calculated industry planning? These questions, though controversial, have become an inseparable part of the expanding discussion. What makes the situation even more intriguing is how the narratives surrounding Jungkook and Bang Si-hyuk do not stand as opposing poles, but rather intertwine in complex ways. Jungkook is the face of the success, while Bang Si-hyuk is the shadow that follows behind. When one shines, the other inevitably becomes visible as well, either as a figure to be praised or questioned. Meanwhile, the journey of 7 toward 3 billion streams now feels like a collective mission. Armies around the world, including in Indonesia, continue to mobilize support with nearly unstoppable energy. Every post, every comment, and every call to stream becomes part of a global movement that demonstrates the power of community in the digital age. In this context, Jungkook's achievement is not just about music, but about how popular culture operates in the 21st century. It shows that success is no longer determined by a single factor, but by the interaction between artists, fans, and the industry systems that support them. And amid all of this, the name Bang Si-hyuk emerges as a reminder that behind every great star, there is always a structure that enables that light to shine. The question now is no longer whether 7 will reach 3 billion streams, but what that achievement will mean for the future of the global music industry. Will it become a new benchmark for other artists to reach? Or will it remain an anomaly that is difficult to replicate? More importantly, how will the relationship between artists and the systems that support them continue to evolve? Amid all these questions, one thing is certain: Jungkook has carved his name into history. Yet like all great stories, this achievement does not stand alone. It carries with it narratives, speculation, and dynamics that make it far more compelling than just numbers. And perhaps that is where its true appeal lies, not only in what is visible, but in what remains hidden beneath the surface. The wave of enthusiasm did not stop at the numbers displayed on the screen. It evolved into a living social phenomenon, moving, growing, and spreading from one platform to another, as if every second brought 7 closer to something greater than just a record. Fans of Jungkook were not merely listening. They were participating in a collective narrative that felt deeply personal. Every stream became a symbol of support, every share a statement of loyalty, and every comment part of a global echo that could not be ignored. Yet amid that nearly unstoppable euphoria, another, more subtle layer of emotion began to surface, a sense of curiosity that gradually turned into debate. Why is it that every time Jungkook achieves something monumental, the name Bang Si-hyuk inevitably rises back to the surface? Is this a form of recognition for his role as the architect behind such massive success? Or is it a reflection of how the public perceives the highly structured nature of the K-pop industry? Some fans have begun to defend Jungkook with strong and emotional narratives. They emphasize that he is no longer merely a product of a system, but an artist with a fully formed identity. They recall his long journey from a young trainee to becoming the center of global attention, as proof that this achievement is the result of irreplaceable personal dedication. From this perspective, placing his name alongside other figures in moments like this can feel like diminishing the value of the hard work he has built over the years. On the other hand, there are also voices that see this connection as inevitable. In such a highly competitive industry, success on this scale rarely occurs without careful strategy. The name Bang Si-hyuk, in this context, does not emerge as a shadow that overshadows, but as part of the foundation that made such an achievement possible. This narrative is not always negative, but it is enough to spark broader discussions about how success is defined and who deserves credit within it. Interestingly, this very debate only strengthens the appeal of Seven itself. The song is no longer just a piece of music. It has become a meeting point for perspectives that collide and coexist. It stands as a symbol of how a work can transcend its original function and evolve into a complex cultural phenomenon. Meanwhile, the distance to 3 billion streams now feels both closer and heavier. The pressure of expectations continues to rise, not only for Jungkook, but also for fans who feel they are part of this journey. Every additional million streams feels like a small step toward history, yet also carries the weight of maintaining the momentum that has already been created. And amid all of this, the original question still lingers, growing even stronger. Is this purely about music, or is there something much bigger unfolding behind the scenes? That question never truly disappeared. In fact, it has only grown stronger as the numbers continue climbing toward the psychological threshold of 3 billion. Across various corners of the internet, discussions about Seven are no longer confined to its melody, lyrics, or Jungkook's vocal performance. They have expanded into broader territory, exploring fandom power, industry dynamics, and how a single song can evolve into a nearly unmatched global phenomenon. Every second, every refresh of the streaming count feels like a reminder that the world is witnessing something rare, something that may only happen once in a generation. What makes it even more compelling is how this narrative has taken on a life of its own, beyond anyone's control. No single party fully dictates the direction of the conversation. Some celebrate, some analyze, and others question. Within that whirlwind, the name Bang Si-hyuk continues to surface, not as the center of the story, but as a recurring element that invites interpretation. Is he a symbol of a successful system? Or does he represent the unseen forces behind the scenes that often escape public attention? However, the higher the achievement, the larger the shadow that follows. Expectations to surpass this record in the future are already beginning to surface, creating a new kind of pressure, one that may be invisible, yet deeply real. Will Jungkook be able to sustain this momentum? Or will Seven remain a peak that proves difficult to reach again?